I'm John. I like to tell old-fashioned stories. I'm very sort of focused on narrative, so I write epic ballads. This is part one of a new work. So I'm going to take you all back to a reimagining of World War II, basically on the basis that if we look back on history and remember history, hopefully we won't repeat it. Okay. So in this part, I'm going to introduce you to a very unlikely hero. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, check canopy, chute's not opening, how can this be? The line must have snapped, my pelvis is cracked. Loud noise overhead, look up, feeling dread, a sky full of soldiers armed to the teeth, floating down upon black heath. Barrage balloons all untied and loose, fifth column made sure they're no use. As dawn breaks across the sky, there's little use in trying to defy. German jackboots on the ground, a sense of loss so profound that British Tommies, try as they might, no longer have the will to fight. Civilians scream and cry and hide in All Saints' Tower, but all are overcome by the power of a mighty machine, fast and furious, swift and certain, never curious. Base plates laid and mortar tubes placed, shells are sent and the air is laced with rapacious war's cordite smell, hanging heavy in this southern hell. A German captain taps his chin as others thoughtfully gather in. Around the map rolled out upon the ground, whilst mortar shells keep up their sound. We need to secure the Commons perimeter. The falling ground to the south is our limiter. We need to block at the risk of British infill by placing squads along Shooter's Hill. Felix Blaunaugen is the officer's name. He stands erect, so proud of this game, to be a part of this brutal invasion. His name is Blue Eyes in the English translation, but names don't tell us what's in the heart of a man who willingly plays his part. An assassin garbed in battle dress, a loyal volunteer with intent to oppress. But peel off the kit, unlace the boots of the man who never warns, always shoots. Shine a torch inside those blue eyes, dig deep and see what he denies. For Felix is not all he appears. Why don't you ask him about those queers he mercilessly beats and spits upon? Desperate to hide, he is one. That's why when he joined, airborne he went, as an effective means to prevent a dangerous finger pointing his way, accusing him of being gay. And hard men who have passed the test of proving fully they are the best become more relaxed if a mate should detect that sometimes they are over-erect. For boys will be boys and men will be men, and rough and tumble they now and then spill over into something more. But airborne warriors are above army law. Just as they look down from upon high, dropping in from the blue sky, allowed to play by different rules, but never get caught as stupid fools. And so if two troopers are found in bed, a blind eye is turned and nothing is said. But for officers, it is not so. They must keep their desires down below. No more introspection on matters so fey as to what it might be like to be freely gay. Our Hopman thinks instead it would be flattering to give the Isle of Dogs a jolly good battering. He sets the guns to make homage on naval ships looming large. In his sights across the Thames, he'll soon sink those imperial gems. And so the British battle on a while, clinging to air attacks they know are futile. For as the quarter moon slips across the night discreet, inbound steams the German fleet. On a treasonable tide they breach the locks of central London under bombarded rocks, and the final signal calls to stop the nation's clocks, for Germany now anchors in the royal docks. Government and crown slip silently away, live to fight another day. That is the British way, though everyone else will have to stay. And as the Nazis swarm through Whitehall, an entire people on their knees do fall. They joked of funny moustaches and goose-step choreographing. Now the radio is silent, and no one is laughing.